Greetings, everyone, from Sacramento. The Kings playing host to a Western Conference affair here in the capital of California. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. You take a look at the Clippers. With most of their upcoming games taking place at home, they have a chance here to make a nice little push.
And expected to vie for that top seed coming into the season. They have not disappointed. This is a team poised to do big things in the postseason.
Well, all the hype was justified. I mean, it's been an impressive season for them. We've seen them win a lot of different ways. They've proven in the midst of all of that to be a very, very complete team.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Jay out there with Paul, and it's Navarro in at the 3.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off, like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Here's Collison after the Clippers pick up 2, and they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
There's the bucket. Good. Clutch has got his first 2 points of the night. Last season, DeAndre Jordan was as efficient as it gets on offense. A dunking machine, we know for sure. His defense is maybe the best individually at the rim in the league. He covers a lot of area.
He does. And Jordan did have almost all of his points come right at the rim. And you talked about that efficiency. How about 71% field goal percent?
Clippers on defense. It's a 3-point game. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
I like the way they handled themselves in that overtime period, Greg. They had a whole lot left in their game in that extra period.
So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory, just couldn't come through in crunch time.
Greg, I thought it was a solid effort from them all the way around. I mean, as you and I know, moral victories are kind of empty consolation prizes. A loss is a loss.
Now here's Gay. He's coming off a 16-point game against San Antonio.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
And they're able to recover. Looking for Aminu. He gets it there. And there's the feed to Collison. Cousins with a screen for Collison. They shoot again. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Cousins has got 5 points so far.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce? Bounce to the ounce? Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Gay is double. Stevenson dishes to Gay. Fires from 14. Connects. The jumper drops. Gay's got his second basket.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Here's Navarro. He's guarded by Stevenson. They double him with Stevenson. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Clippers shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
And the Kings making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Stevenson with a clean look. Sacramento gets it back. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
The Clippers in the lead. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Kings have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Stevenson inside the three-point line. And it's Stevenson again missing. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Navarro. And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Kings shooting 45% from the field early.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Here's Navarro. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Down low, Jordan. And that one is stuffed right through.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the 3rd best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
Sacramento again missing.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Now, here's Stevenson. He's coming off a 16-point game against San Antonio. Now the Clippers moving it up. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
And it's the Kings with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Caron Butler is checked in for Sacramento. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Sacramento ball. And so here's Sacramento, trailing by 10, and stolen by Jordan. Paul outside, from deep. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Collison with it. Chris Paul covering. Rudy Gay on the wing. To halt the run. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Navarro. Sinks the three-pointer. Jay's got 9.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
And it's blocked by Jordan. No coverage that time.
Rudy Gay.
And that's now 9 points for Gay.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Navarro. The shot is off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Let's take a look at some of the leaders of the NBA. These point guards have been shooting lights out during the last month. Second, Darren Collison. Chris Paul, 4th.
Caron Butler.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
In addition to being unbelievably gifted shooters. I mean, these guys have some of the smoothest, sweetest strokes in the NBA, which means they have some of the best strokes in the world.
And one thing that's made such a difference to Blake Griffin's game, the improved free throw shooting. He shot a career-high 73% from the charity stripe last year, the 4th season in a row that he's bettered himself in that category.
Now here's Paul. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Just a fantastic game for Jay. He already has 9 points and 5 assists. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor. And guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
Here's Butler after the basket by Los Angeles. Cauley-Stein with it. Chris Paul covering. McLemore inside the line, and it comes off the front of the rim.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
And with the HGH test, it's done in every major sport. Seems like the right thing to do for the NBA. Just make sure everyone is on a level playing field, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the punishment will be fair. First positive gets you a 20-game ban. The second one, 45.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 9 points for Clutch.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And no doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
That's good.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Griffin after Caron Butler's bucket. Navarro, the pass to Jordan. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Butler on the wing. Pulls up from the corner. Rebound by the Clippers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. I mean, they ended up winning it going away.
And they double up Butler. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. McLemore, no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
To the left side wing. Here's Navarro. And again, no good by the Clippers. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Clippers lead by 13. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And Clippers head coach Doc Rivers told us earlier,